Whose death would have the biggest global impact now?
Biggest global impact now.
Biggest global impact. Michael Jackson had a sonic boom when he died.
He was a boom. He was a boom.
I got somebody.
Who you got?
Do you have somebody?
I got somebody.
You want to say it at the same time? Because I think you might steal mine.
Okay. On the count of three. One, two, three.
Putin.
Elon Musk.
Oh. What? I like that. I like this. I like what just happened there.
You like that?
Why Elon? And I'll tell you why Putin.
The podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Away we go. What's up? Y'all, I'm Marvelous.
No, I'm not your average Joseph.
We are the Podical Sons. Let's start this show.
Why are you so hyped? This is small victories get you hyped?
Yeah, they do. They get me kind of, get jiggy with it, Feel alive. Like, comment, subscribe to all of the above.
All of the above.
Podical Sons Podcast.
That's us.
All streaming platforms. Podical Sons Podcast. And on the socials at Podical Sons. Yes. So.
Yeah. Before we start, just want to say, Shamar, I retract my statement. You're nothing less than a B-lister. I was wrong. And I'm grown enough to admit that.
Yes. To the Googleizers out there. So the B-list celebrities are usually television actors, which he is, or less successful movie star. I know a few. They may have not the same level as fame and influence as an A-list celebrity, but still have a notable presence in the entertainment industry. B-list actors often play supporting roles in films and may not headline a film by themselves, but they have dedicated a fan base and somewhat level of recognition, but they may not have the same mainstream success as an A-list celebrity. Shamar, I called it out. I was always riding on your side, not you. That's pause. Like writing for you and campaigning because I knew the truth.
What sealed it for me is that they
didn't.
said. What sealed it for me is that they said C-listers, they know you by face and nobody knows you really by, can't remember your name or anything like that. And
remember that one dude?
Shamar, they know you by.
So remember the one dude I was telling you, he got like that evil kind of like bad guy look with the big head, the white dude. And I was like, we don't know his name.
Right.
C. When you see him in the movie, yeah, he played a bad guy. Yeah, he played a bad guy.
Right, yeah.
And then the most notable thing that he didn't play a bad guy was Black Widow.
Right.
As the Russian.
As he played the Russian dude.
Yeah. Whatever his name is. No shade to you, my guy. But Shamar is more known. Yes, as we were.
As we were.
How are you, man?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yo,
see, you got some new shades on?
Yeah, just,
New Shade Sunday?
New Shade Sunday.
New Shade Sunday.
I don't want to bring out Backstreet Marv yet. You know?
All right.
But I can show you the meaning of being lonely. I don't want to.
Yeah.
We'll save it. I'll save it. A little, the world's in a little morning state, whatever. In the anime world, let me say that. You know what? Let's get to the polls because I got to get some shit off my chest.
Right.
About that.
Okay.
So let's get to the polls.
All right, let's get to the polls.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's look at the first poll. So the first poll of the week says, does curiosity start to die after the age of 40? And 75% said no. Talk about it. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm pushing there 50. I'm still as curious as the day I was born, man. I don't think it dies. I think as each new thing comes about, there's always ways to grow and there's always ways to learn, right? Like Now we're almost living in the AI world,
Okay.
right? So it's like, I'm curious to know how that works, so I don't get my ass duped.
Deepfakes is real. Actually,
It's real.
Actually, I was reading and watching a little thing and stuff for like maybe a future episode we'll talk about it.
Right.
But it was something pertaining to a lot of the deep fakes and stuff, whatever. Now, because now basically you can make anybody into a porn star.
And that's the thing.
So
right?
now, if you're looking,
I mean, remember the Taylor Swift photos that was going around, right?
The Taylor Swift photos is a hell of a thing and stuff as well. But think about it. Like, let's say you have a vision what Beyonce might look like and stuff, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And the power at B can make like some Taylor photos like the Beyonce.
The power at B.
I don't know. Oh. Double entendre. Effortless bars. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it could just be out there like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wanted to educate myself a lot more.
Right.
See, I'm at the same level where you are. But you have to honestly say, so I said I'm on the yes side.
You're on the yes side.
But not for people like yourself or myself.
Right.
There's people now who have gotten stagnant.
Yeah.
Right? So I look at it stuff as where vacations, like let's say vacation to the same place over and over. Like think about it, you might know some OGs here. All they know is to go to Canada and Jamaica.
Yeah, right.
Canada and Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like no other fucking countries exist.
Yeah.
Just Canada and Jamaica. Your curiosity has to die. It had to die for you not to even think there's other places you can go.
That you can go.
Right?
Right.
If you're stuck in a rut and you keep doing the same thing over and over, day in, day out, whatever, where does your curiosity to say, let's try something new?
And it's not even like those people who are going to Jamaica are doing anything new when they're in Jamaica. I could understand if like every time you go to you try to figure out something that you haven't done before while you're there.
Gotcha.
Then most likely when they're going back, they're doing the same things.
Gotcha.
Going to the same places.
Because it's kind of like if like let's say you go vacation to somewhere like, I don't know, let's say for the lack of argument, New York.
Right.
Right? And then you went with a guy that said, you're going for a weekend.
Right.
So you're going there for the Friday afternoon till like, let's say the early Monday morning.
Right.
And you see a guide and stuff and they tell you 5 things to do when you're in New York. You do those 5. You're like, oh, I had such a good time. When I would like to go back again, whatever. Are you going to do back the same 5 things?
Yeah,
or are you going to try something new?
I gotta try something new, yeah.
Right. But some people and stuff might not.
Right.
Right? Like I look at it stuff as like day in, day out and stuff. You can go into like, I want to say visit some places and do the same thing, but why not visit the place and try something new? Some people just don't even get out of that. And that's where I feel like some of their curiosity starts to die. Like the quote unquote midlife crisis moment.
Right.
I don't really like to call it midlife crisis, more the awakening. That's what I call it. But I look at it stuff as where some people they get to this spot and they're like, I'm straight. Like you even hear some guys and stuff, whatever. Like I always dislike when I hear guys talk about marriage, like men are getting married,
right?
And versus women who are getting married. Women who are getting married, they sound like it's a brand new chapter. Heard you're getting married. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, I am. He completes me. Look,
Cinderella has met her princess. He's taking her out of the dreary situation she was in and putting her in the castle.
Ask the dude. Heard you getting married. Yeah, I had all my fun. It's time to settle down. Like what the fuck? That. Right? So I always look and stuff, I'm like, why? Why would you say that? Your curiosity probably already took a dirt nap.
Right.
So I look at stuff, yes, there's individuals out there that would definitely be on the yes side, but I think a lot of people, they probably already fell into the no. I mean, into the yes, without even thinking about it until I'm vocalizing and breaking it down.
Right.
Because I start looking and stuff, and I was like, if I want to say if I'm retired, and my body is cooperating with me,
right?
I have the time now to go wherever the fuck, try something brand new. I want to say, if you're looking super elderly and looking kind of like elderly and bougie, in certain places, you might not get touched and like robbed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll let you be because they kind of just most people pity the elderly.
Yes.
Right? Like if you're in a grocery store, older person comes in front of you and everything, you can be, just go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just go.
Go ahead.
Like, so you kind of get them a blind and everything
Right,
and stuff, whatever, right?
Even
Like-
though we know you older people know what you're doing, cutting in because you know you're old, and we're gonna give you the blind.
I can't wait.
You can't wait to have the status.
I can't wait for the status.
The status.
Oh my goodness. I got plans. I'm going to the grocery store nice and slow, arms wobbly and shaky on the cart.
Easy, Mark. With great power comes responsibility.
Yeah. You mean great power?
Great power.
No, I look at it, so I was like, them. Okay. I was like, let me give you a quick story. Middle school? No. Elementary. I was in elementary.
Okay.
Where we lived and stuff at the time in Miami and stuff was like the Cloverleaf, quote unquote, projects, whatever, Cloverleaf housing, right? Right outside the Clover, like there's a street dividing where like some houses and stuff would start.
Okay.
There was this old man. We used to walk home from school, and I guess he was retired and stuff, but he would just watch us.
Right, yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think like one of the asshole friends I had and stuff, whatever at the time, I can't remember who, but he's on his porch watching us, and he just moves his finger across the man's gate. So the man's getting agitated because he's like, stop touching my fence.
Right.
Right? And then like after that, we got into like some damn war with the guy without even trying.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So the guy sees us. We're looking at him one other time. The man gives us the straight middle finger. So one dude's like, "Ooh, I'm going to tell my mama." Right?
Right.
Brought back the man's mama to be like, "Oh, yeah, about time somebody speak up this old man." I was too young to pronounce it properly, but when I learned the term, the man got away with murder. You know what word he used?
What do you use?
Arthritis. I didn't give these kids middle fingers. I have arthritis. But I call it arthritis because I thought his name was Arthur Rice. So I was like, yo, what the hell? So I was like, oh.
Arthur got the itis?
Yeah. I was like, oh, you bastard. When I'm older and stuff. So he directly gave us the finger. That's that great power comes great responsibility.
Comes great responsibility.
Right? But nah, man, back to curiosity thing. It's crazy though. Like a lot of people really kind of get stuck or get comfortable and just say like, yo, this is what it is.
Right.
And the curiosity starts to die. That's why I said I didn't say curiosity is completely dead.
Right. Yeah.
It starts to die.
Yeah. How important do you think it is to have like a bucket list?
Very important. Because the bucket list, goals, dreams, these things give you a purpose and a reason to live.
Right.
To continue on, right? And like I said, I had never been a depressed person, but if depressed people, if that's what depression is, because I've always been a dreamer.
Yeah, me too.
I've always had goals. I've always been ambitious.
Me too.
So I couldn't really picture a world and stuff, whatever, not having that.
You're right.
The opposite. But then I know there's people out here on God's green, on the planet.
Yeah.
That's just built like that, right? Chemically imbalanced or became like that through circumstance and trauma. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it, but I understand it, but I don't get it to that level and stuff, whatever, right? But I look at it stuff as where have a goal. Have a dream. Just say like, all right, even if you're like at 40, be like, where's the place you always wanted to travel, but you never traveled?
Traveled. Yeah.
Right? Then you write that shit down. Then you say, all right, you know what? Maybe you should save like, I don't know, maybe $50 each paycheck until you reach to like the ideal price for the ticket and like to stay.
Yeah.
Like if you do your research and stuff and said that, like, I don't know, let's say somebody said they want to go to Cairo, Egypt.
Okay.
Round trip ticket plus telly or plus somewhere to stay would be like maybe $4,000.
Right.
So $50 until you get to the $4,000 mark, and then
there.
now you can just up to you to take the time.
The
It can happen whenever. Yeah.
Book the ticket. That's it, and you're gone.
That part. Next poll said, would the world be better without religion? 72% said yes. First and foremost, take my shades off real quick. Dear God.
Dear God.
I had no part in this.
No. You were just polling.
I just asked the question. I didn't know where your followers or where the flock have gone. I'm over here with you. Amen.
I'm over here with you too.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn, yo. I can see both sides.
I can see both
I can
sides.
see both sides.
Yeah.
Tell me why you see both sides. Okay, where do you stand first?
I stand on it. We are good with it. I think we need
the world would be better.
The world needs beliefs and the world needs order. And I think religion provides both of those things.
So you're on the no side.
Yeah, sorry, on no side.
Yeah.
And then but for the people who say yes, it's like we see and part of it is the way how religion is being portrayed by in everyday lives, right? Like we see,
talk about it. Break that down. Real
we
quick.
see pastors who have mega churches,
okay,
but then shy away from helping the community. Remember the whole Joel Osteen thing when the whole
with the PPP loan,
the floods with the floods, and he wouldn't.
Oh
open
yeah,
he wouldn't open his church to help people out.
Right.
It's like if there's a God and I'm suffering, here's a man of God who can help. He's supposed to help as a man of God, and he's telling me no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you see these pastors who like, you don't have a dollar in your pocket, but they got 2 planes. They're flying all over the place, right? Then you have these priests and bishops who've been sexually molesting little boys, right? So you start to see these things, and you start to wonder, where has religion really gotten us, right? So I can see both sides.
Yours is heavy, but I agree. I look at it stuff as where, for the religion aspect, the world would be better without religion, is that there's a lot of separation between things. Like I look at it where a Jewish person
right
would be considered, I guess, Jewish by their faith, for the Judaism. And they're so ostracized or talked about and I guess quote unquote not liked so much that they have an anti-defamation league for them to be protected.
Right.
And I feel like there's just people are just people. So they could be like dope ass quote unquote Jewish people and stuff that you want to kick it with, or someone you probably have cool ass Jewish friends and stuff, whatever is.
Yeah.
But the fact we're not talking about like the friend's name or the person, but we're talking about the religion of the person.
Right.
That creates a separation. Right? I think when we like, even if we say something like what is this? Holy roller. Holy roller is a slur. Right?
Right.
If like you have a person who might, like I want to say worship Christ, and somebody that doesn't, and then the person who doesn't calls him a holy roller, now it's now slurring. So now you're having division between people because of religion. Right?
Yeah.
I look at it and stuff for myself is that the tree that is outside that will give you oxygen doesn't discriminate what religion or what sect where you are in this world. It's just here to provide oxygen for mankind.
That's it.
So that's my aspect of stuff. The world would be better without religion because, again, on that. Now, to the other side, religion creates a kind of an order.
Yeah.
One nation under God. So I look at it stuff as where even, like I thought about this the other day. I was like, there's some religions and stuff that's so disciplined, like let's say of the Islamic faith.
Yeah.
They're so disciplined and stuff for there that Mecca, you have to be Muslim to go in order to go to Mecca. Whatever, right? And I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, there's not a place here to say like only Christians can set foot on or whatever.
Yeah.
Only Buddhists can walk on these grounds and stuff like that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, the discipline and the order for that shit, you need a religion. You need religion. Religion does help. I'm always curious and stuff, whatever. Like my question I always ask about Mecca is like, does Mecca have homeless people in the street? If they're that disciplined?
That's a good question. That's a good question, because there should be no homeless people in the streets.
No, because when you see like what's the one that Dubai? Because like Dubai, they're so with them and their strict rules and stuff. I kind of figured that the nation is kind of similar.
Yeah,
but I look at it where Dubai has become kind of more touristy like.
Yeah.
For these people to kind of come, the influencers, the whosoever, it's more attraction. Mecca's like, we don't give a damn.
Nah.
We do not give a damn.
This is strictly for
what you do over there.
This is strictly for religious folks over here.
Yeah. So I was like, you can't have any homeless people in the streets. Like I'm like, if it does, I'm like, explain to me how.
Yeah.
For a place so disciplined.
Right.
I'm curious.
That's a good question. I'm really wondering now. You know what I mean? And if you're reaching that point of homeless, do they have something in place where they say, no, we have a shelter, you know what I mean, where it's our God duty to make sure that you have a place to stay, you have food to eat.
And for me, that's what I thought about most religions.
Right.
Right? Like let's say if we're looking at Christianity or Christianity and the Catholic side and stuff, whatever, right? Love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
You live here, neighbor live outside and stuff on the street, whatever.
Right.
Love thy neighbor. So how are you showing neighbor you're looking out the window on with this cardboard box blowing in the wind? What was it? Was it Covenant House? Cut the check.
Covenant
but
House.
like it was them that always had like the rain, and then they had the hands sheltering over the. And I was looking like, oh, I always felt it, whatever, right? And I was like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't every religion be like that?
You should be helping your fellow
somebody...
man. That's you're supposed to be helping your fellow man. And again, now if you don't see that, do you think religion is necessary? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we're supposed to be helping our fellow man, but how often do you see that? Wars are fought over two things: land or religion.
Not women?
Sometimes women.
Oh,
sometimes women.
I always
if you got already land and religion, then you're fighting over women.
I can't remember. I heard some story and stuff there about like I think I had what was it, Best of Both Worlds? Yeah, the first Best of Both Worlds and stuff, whatever, on a bootleg CD, whatever, right? And it had a skit. And I feel like it was Bernie Mac on this skit before the song came on, before The Power of the P-U-S-S-Y. He's like, war start of a pussy. He's like, the queen in this castle is looking like, well, why we can't get the flowers over there from that castle? And a war started in between. And I was like,
women will get you into some beef.
Yeah.
Women will get you into some beef.
Bro, don't you? I always feel bad when I see like the women talking zesty and spicy.
Right.
And like, the man got to step up and stuff because it's like she talking like, I'll beat the fuck out of you. Blah, 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 blah. Mama say, mama sama, maku sa, stuff, whatever. Now the man's like, and she's like, I don't need you to fight my battles up. No, but chivalry's still here.
Chivalry's still
here. And if he
here.
doesn't do it, then you're going to go on the internet and tell everybody your man's a bitch.
That's nigga.
So, can't win.
Can't win.
Well, yeah.
All right.
You poor people. Let's get back to some things. Let's start at the top. So, okay. R.I.P. to Akira Toriyama for my anime lovers and stuff, and the great Dragon Ball saga that he created. Well, it came from, Dr. Slump. It was weird. It's like Dr. Slump was his first, I think, successful manga.
I was going to say, what was it before Dragon Ball?
So Dr. Slump.
Dr. Slump. Okay.
And there's like he's like a pervert scientist.
Right.
And he made this android robot little girl.
Right.
Super strong. And I think then after that, I think he did a Dragon Boy before it became Dragon Ball.
Before it became Dragon Ball, okay.
And then like even in the regular Dragon Ball show, like the Dr. Slump robot girl.
Yeah.
Like again, Goku crossed over worlds. Because it's made by the same person.
Right.
Whatever, right? But then it just took off.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball just took off by itself and stuff, whatever. Like, and there's no looking back from there, right? So it was dope, and I'm grateful for it because I mean it. Yeah, let you know, like again, a boy has a right to dream, right?
Right.
Or a child has a right to dream and stuff. Whatever. You get them this type of possibilities, and I'm always grateful for like the creators and the writers that create these fictional worlds to kind of give you another perspective on how shit could be. From even like the Game of Thrones to like the Star Treks to even like the animes.
Yeah, man.
I'm always a fan of stuff whatever because I was looking at them like Akira Toriyama wrote this character about a boy who was actually a friggin' alien.
He was actually an alien.
Yeah, Goku's an alien. Goku. So okay, the other guy. Let's explain Dragon Ball real quick.
You gotta break it down because you got some women in there probably sitting back listening and saying,
"Why do you care about this guy, this Japanese guy who died about Dragon Ball?" The story is about a boy named Goku, right?
Right.
He was raised by this grandfather, this old man who taught him martial arts.
Right.
And he had exceptional skills till he got strong enough, and he started protecting the planet.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Right.
That was the story in the beginning of Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Come Dragon Ball Z, you find out Goku is not from the planet. His brother came to come scoop him because he's looking like, yo, they're from a warrior race.
Right.
That's why he likes to fight.
Right.
And they just send their babies to planets with weaker people so the babies can take it over on like a night of a full moon.
Right.
And just destroy shit, and then they can get the planet and sell it. So they're like space pirates.
Got it.
Now you're looking like, oh shit, you told me he was just a kung fu kid.
Right.
Now you're like, oh shit, this nigga an alien.
Space pirate.
Whatever, right? So now it done got to a level now where it got deep where they have all of them have friggin' vegetable names. So they asked Akira Toriyama a long time ago, and there's something about like parents always try to force vegetables on their kids.
Yes.
So the planet is called Planet Vegeta, vegetable, or whatever, right? So Prince Vegeta is Prince Vegetable. And actually he has a brother named Tarbo. So it's Vegeta or Vegeta.
Right.
Tarbo, vegetable. Now, Goku got strong. Kids like to see fights, flashy colors, Kamehameha.
Right.
Been going since the 80s all the way to currently to now.
Yeah.
Because even it took a hiatus and break and stuff in between sometimes.
Right.
And the love still never died that they had to bring the bitch back.
Because I remember you mentioning to me, I think that's where the whole Ryu and Ken fireball kind of started.
The Kamehameha.
Yeah.
The Kamehameha and stuff from the handprints and everything like that, whatever, right? It was just that the beam is just a longer thing.
Right.
So from the first animation, it looked like a little wave.
Yeah.
So it's actually Kamehameha wave.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, but it's been going and pumping and stuff whatever since. So, and this guy created this, and a lot of other animes fell in the suit.
Right.
And it was kind of like the pioneer one that kind of broke through. Sailor Moon and stuff like that was kind of here. Other ones stuff as well.
Yeah.
They didn't get the popularity compared to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, compared to Dragon Ball.
So once Dragon Ball came in like the 90s and everything, boom, bam, bam, and then more anime started flooding through, and then we are where we are with the world now in anime.
And he was young too. He didn't,
68.
68. Yeah,
68. It was creative, very creative.
Right.
My beef with Akira Toriyama is the black people.
The extra black?
The black
people. The black people. They were black ones.
Like, okay, no. In the original Dragon Ball,
right,
there was a Jeffrey motherfucker.
Is that one with the pink lips?
First of all, they had a bootleg Nazi army. They were called the Red Ribbon Army.
Right.
Right? And it was like a bootleg, like going after Hitler and all this type of stuff, whatever. Written in the show, this is how he wrote it.
Okay.
One of the leaders of the Red Ribbon Army had a butler, bald head black man with big lips.
Yeah.
So that was before Mr. Popo, the black guy you guys are used to and everything.
Right.
Then Mr. Popo, we turned out Mr. Popo was black, and then look like, Akira, you fucking up out here.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh no, but we made Piccolo like a father figure, and Piccolo's like black. I'm like, Piccolo's green, dog.
Piccolo's green. Piccolo's green.
They gave Popo a straight black color.
With pink lips.
With pink lips.
White ass pink lips.
They sampled that guy, man. So like that was my one beef and stuff, but with him and black people. But other than that, you gotta buy because the rest of the show was fly.
Yeah.
And shout out to Stephen A. Smith. This ain't your realm. Leave it to the to the E-listers.
Leave it to the
not
E-listers.
the B-listers. the E-listers, because we know about this thing, so we'll speak on these things.
Speak on these things.
Vegeta, yo, he butchered Vegeta's name so bad and stuff. For everybody's like, what now? Even Worldstar made fun of it. Whatever. Say what now?
Say what?
Like, this ain't your realm.
Nah.
Stay in your realm.
Nah.
That's it.
That's it.
Unless if you're gonna ready to come in this realm, be education.
Yeah, do your
be
research,
educated.
man.
You can tell the research wasn't done. All right. Now that's off my chest, man. Let's talk about food.
Vegetables?
No. First of all, let me ask you this. Shout out to France.
Okay.
France becoming the first country to make abortion a constitutional right.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
What are your thoughts on that?
I was like, yeah, you know what? Do your thing, man. If these women want to, have the say over their body, let them have say over their body. Man. What they choose to do is just, I'm not about to tell anybody what they should do with their body. And I don't think anybody should. I don't want anybody to tell me what I should do with my body, right or wrong. What I do with my body, that should be my choice, and I should have the answer to whatever I decide.
My question to you is that: do you think, we'll go with 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Within the next 3 years, do you think other countries will follow suit?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a country in mind? Because I look at stuff, I think the divided states of America,
right?
They're going like leaving it to state to state kind of situation.
Yeah.
I don't think anytime within the 3. Right? And I look at stuff as where when they didn't overturn Roe v. Wade, but let's say when they even start looking back into it.
When they started looking back into it.
From then to like where everything is now with America,
right,
and the abortion laws, that happened in less than 5 years. So I'm thinking like, would it get better less than that? Like I feel like wars would be shorter, but the healing process of a war takes longer. So that's what I'm feeling and stuff is that with this separation and everybody all divided, it's going to take at least maybe like 10 years to get to a decent place where they can say, like France, the United States of America will follow suit on making abortion a constitutional right.
Right. I can definitely see Canada doing it before U.S.
Talk about it.
Canada probably within...
Abortions are free here, no? Well, is it OHIP covered?
I think it's OHIP covered. Yeah.
Dear American women, get you a Canadian man.
Get you a Canadian man. But, Canada's always been, looked at as quote unquote a progressive country. And
that's true. Very true.
You know what I mean? I want to say a country where it decides on what's right. And it doesn't matter what the naysayers think, they'll push through with what's right. What they believe what's right.
Gotcha.
Right.
No, I was just thinking about how many countries would just follow suit.
Yeah.
And like within a short time frame, but I don't know, maybe because let me say this. I've never had to, ask anybody to go get abort missions.
Right.
So I don't really know about like how the makeup of everything and stuff. Whatever. I just heard like abortions were free.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, I don't know if it was an old hip thing or Planned Parenthood type of thing, but I always looked at it stuff as where Canada never really had an issue when it comes to abortion stuff. So whenever like everything was going on with Roe v. Wade, it's just nosy or noisy ass Canadian people that want to
just chime in.
Yeah. No, because if you're here, you straight. And injustice to all is injustice to everywhere. No, it's not. Like, fight. Let them fight and do it their shit. We got other shit to worry about over here.
We do.
We gotta worry about Trudeau and what's going on with.
We do got other shit to worry about here.
International Women's Month. Women's Month.
Careful now. You was on his side last week.
I know. I shut my mouth now.
You were on the side last week. Careful.
Yeah, man. I don't know. This another international news.
International news.
This is the international
This is
news
international
report.
news report.
How do we feel about Usher visiting Russell Simmons in Bali? He just want to get your attention. I told you Usher was an asshole. Everything's coming back. The universe is getting back aligned again.
In the midst of all what's going on.
All what's going on.
All what's going on. Your name gets called in a lawsuit.
Like, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, Marv's just a hater. Why he hating on Usher performing at Super Bowl? Typical man. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So Usher's all saint style, right? Let's go hop on a plane and go visit Uncle Rush.
Uncle Rush.
See what life at Bali might be like in case you don't need to come back.
I mean, were you property hunting while you were down here?
Yes.
What's going on, man?
A celebrity house hunter edition. Yo. R&B superstar Usher is trying to buy a house.
Keep it a butt. That's probably why Uncle Rush built the hotel. He knew motherfuckers was gonna need a place to stay.
Man, because you know why? There was a part when he was saying, man, I knew this guy since he was a kid. What did you know?
What do you mean?
What did you show him? What did you show him? Because remember, Kamora Lee Simmons was in Nice and Slow video.
Right.
She was the main star in the video.
Right.
That was Russell Simmons' wife.
Right. And at that time, Russ was a big time exec.
All right.
And we see how these execs be behaving and playing out.
You see, and this is what I was saying and stuff. I guess it was last week, and I'm so kind of glad that's still in my mind because the commercial was made or whatever. But it's like, yeah, this is the exposures, the celebrity exposures and stuff. I'm looking forward to see in the 2024,
right?
Because I feel like we're coming to a point, and this is just maybe my wild abstract theory. We're coming to a point and stuff, whatever, or eventually we're going to come to a point where it's not really going to be like the celebrity thing. There's going to be some assholes out here that's going to shout as A, B list and C and D listing.
Yeah.
Because influencers are coming up like left, right, and center. And I can't tell you who is who.
So, right.
So it's only a matter of time you're going to get one of, you know who I am? type of conversations from somewhere. And they're going to be like, what? And then people are going to recognize you, and you're not going to be on the level of like Shamar Moore, and then Shamar Moore might not be on the level of a Will Smith, and there's going to be like a Spider-Man meme all across the whole fucking store or place with her. You know who I am? You know who I am? You know what? It's going to get to that level.
Yeah.
Because I look at it stuff as where we're just constantly, I don't want to say looking for attention, but I feel like we're just constantly just trying to make lemonade out of the limelight, man.
Right. Stake our claim in this world.
Is that what it is? Because you and I, we spoke about a topic a long time ago and stuff, whatever. Would you like to make an impact on the world or not, right? Yeah. So I guess this is their
way.
Fucking A.
This is their way.
I told you, the universe is all aligning.
It's aligned.
That's crazy, man. I just saw Usher when I saw Usher and stuff there, I scratched my head and I was like, I said the why. I thought it was kind of therapeutic for Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
But I don't want to support a person who might possibly be the monster. And the reason why I say that and stuff is because if you're really that innocent with all that bread, you will stand on that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, let's call out Diddy. He had a chance to probably fly. I don't know if they probably retracted a passport or something.
His passport.
You don't think Sean Combs can leave?
He could catch a flight to Bali.
You don't think Sean Combs can leave?
Nah, I think he should be able to.
Come on, man.
He should be able to.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at himself and I was like, and yet he didn't run, but yet Russell Simmons and stuff ran, right?
Right.
So I look at stuff as where you're not saying a lot, but your actions are saying a lot.
The actions speak louder than words, brother.
So
look
now,
at the film director. I think he did Eyes Wide Shut.
Stanley Kubrick?
No. So no, it wasn't Stanley Kubrick. Oh man, that's gonna kick me, man. And he was with the underage girl, and then he left and he went to Europe, and he's been in Europe ever since.
No, I was gonna say Woody Allen.
Him too, but he didn't go nowhere.
No, he stood on his shit. Whatever. He said he adopted this girl.
Yeah,
He's gonna
he
make
said
her
he
his
adopted.
wife. That's a yikes. Okay.
That's it. Continue. I'm gonna search up this dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I said I wanted to ask you about it. I didn't want to, all the other times in the week I was going to ask you, but I'm like, I'll wait. I'll wait. And I wanted to ask you who you got over this Jake Paul and this Mike Tyson thing.
Mike Tyson.
You got Mike pushing 60. Jake Paul still with some gas.
Sorry, Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. Where is he at?
I can't remember which European country it is, but from the allegations of the 13-year-old, he's never come
Left?
back, and he's got, I think,
he's still
I
alive.
want to say warrants. Yeah, I think he's still alive.
That's dope. I mean, it's not dope, but it's dope where you can. I'm a gamer.
Right.
I like when you can play the game, you can beat the game. So my thing and stuff is that it's not my fault you got caught, or it's not my fault you lost at the game.
Yeah.
Because I won.
Right.
Russell Simmons look like he's having the time of his life.
That's what I'm saying. It goes back to what I was saying last week. You hold certain cards, you play your cards right.
Well said. Yeah, I don't know.
But I still think Tyson at 60.
This goes back to.
I still think Tyson at 60.
So okay,
because I've been watching footage of him. He still moves good. He's still got movement to him, and he's sharp with the punches.
And he's not trained. I mean, I want to say, well, he's probably doing like day-to-day training.
Yeah.
For like health purposes.
I was about to say,
but
he probably does it to just keep himself in shape.
Right, but then to fully train to do like some distance in a boxing match and stuff again, whatever.
Right. And now he's probably smoking weed more heavily too now, right?
Over the hot boxing? Yeah. You see, okay, let me ask you this. Do you think if Tyson's to fight, Iron Mike Tyson is to fight Jake Paul, do you think he's going to tarnish his name?
And I thought about that because I'm on the side of Tyson. You don't need this fight. I was even wondering why would he even take this fight? Like, you're all right. You got your businesses that you've gone on. You put that down. So a
lot of guys have gotten to the ring with those Paul brothers, and underestimated them,
right?
And they realize it ain't that sweet. Nothing sweet but that damn sweet ass Matt and all that type of stuff, right? And I look at it as stuff as where I'm not saying Tyson will go down,
right?
But I look at stuff as where when Floyd did it, I took it for more of a exhibition,
and that's what I look at when I see when Floyd did it, and even with this Tyson fight, I'm looking at it as more of an exhibition. But I love the sport of this. I love the science of the sport. You know what I mean?
But people were upset that Floyd didn't knock him out.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I don't think that Tyson's gonna knock out Jake Paul in this fight either.
Right, but and then I even feel like if you don't, you're tarnishing. That's what I say. Stepping in the ring, regardless, I feel like it'll tarnish your name.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like it's not worth it. But Mike, ink's dried.
The ink's dried. Photo shoots is happening. The promo tour has started. It's on. It's on. No turning back now, barring any injury.
Yeah, I just hope Jake don't get no brain injury, boy, because Mike looks like he'll put somebody through the wall.
Mike, it looked like it might start off as an exhibition, but Mike's the type of dude that look like something might just snap, and he'll just go back into old Tyson mode. And if he goes back into old Tyson mode during the fight, it's a wrap.
That's a wild one.
It's a wrap.
That's a wild one. I hope not. I hope not. I see Mike go, I need your unborn children. That Mike?
That Mike?
I'm a Tyrannical Titan, Mike?
That Mike? Chew piece of your ear off? That Mike?
We're going to pray on that. Jake Paul might be joining Akira. Yo, yes. So I wanted to talk to you about the food thing and stuff. Now, I've noticed and stuff like you mentioned it to me in a DM or in a group chat, and a lot of other people have been mentioning what's going on stuff with the world and these dine in and dine out restaurants and stuff, whatever.
Right.
My question to you is, should more people dine in at home rather than the restaurants due to rising food costs? Because now in Canada or in Ontario, we have the 2% carbon tax added to your meal.
Yeah. And to some of the places that these women want to go, and the meals that's gonna cost you, the 2%, that's an added weight. That's definitely an added weight. But no, I'm all favor of staying home, because once you start factoring gas, if you're eating somewhere downtown, then you got to pay for parking. And depending on what day you're going downtown, if you're going out on a dinner date on a Saturday, parking is like the price of a club.
It's crazy. No, it's so true.
So you factor in all those things, it's like, nah, it's much more convenient to just eat at home in the comfort of your own home.
Like, okay. You saw the Five Guys if you see thing. For the folks that haven't heard, somebody went viral for posting their receipt about the Five Guys burger joint, and the meal was $24 for one person.
One person.
With a small fry. That's insane. Consider the fact that we'll say $6-7.
Yeah.
For like a pack of ground beef.
Yeah.
Let's say the French fries in a bag. That might be about $3-4. A pack of buns. Cause they don't sell individual, or you can get fancy and get like a grocery store, like one of those buns, and just I'm just gonna have 2 burgers and just do it on the fancy bun.
Right.
But that's still even cheaper than a pack.
It's still cheaper.
You're all still under $20 and stuff with all those other things where you can make multiple burgers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at stuff as like, I don't know if I don't want to sound cheap.
Yeah.
But I want to say, like, is it worth the kill now? Because I feel like it's so much more worth the kill to cook at your house.
Well, I was gonna say, like, part of the going out to eat is all about the experience, right?
Correct.
And it's like, well, how much are you willing to pay for the experience? Because, again, if you're going downtown, right now we're in the city of Toronto. Gardner is shut down to 1 lane.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a hustle and bustle to even get down there. You're fighting in traffic. You might run up into a couple rude, disrespectful people while you're down there, right? And you're eating food. You got to hope that the food is good to go along with the experience, right? And if it's not, a lot of times you feel like, I mean, I spent money for nothing. Like, I didn't enjoy this fact, right? It's at that point where is the experience going to be worth it now? And like I'm saying, and if you're dating for the first time, these women don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. They don't. So it's an expensive proposition that you're dealing with. Call me cheap. I don't care. Call me cheap.
I wouldn't even dare to try to call you cheap. I look at it stuff as where everything you said is not a lie. I just look at it stuff as where, for me, I don't mind going out to eat.
Yeah.
Like, it's just in general, because I kind of look at stuff as, again, the curiosity thing, right?
Right.
I look at it stuff as where I'm used to making things for myself and stuff like that. I would like to experience probably the same thing, a different style, someone else's version of it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so funny where for years, longest stuff when I was growing up, I always had like a regular mac and cheese recipe in my head.
Right.
I can make from scratch.
Right.
And it'll come out good, taste good, creamy, come out the oven, everything proper.
Yeah.
Right? And then now we live in a world where the variations is just like, I went somewhere, they put shrimp in there. Some people crab meat in there and stuff like that.
Right.
Some people, like, they might breadcrumbs on top, whatever. They might, something's different about everybody's mac and cheese. Now,
right, yeah.
Right? And I look at stuff as like, I don't mind to try and sample these things. Some of these people have establishments. I don't mind going to these establishments and everything like that.
Right.
But I look at stuff as where, even like a quick say, I'm going to pick up some food for me and somebody and stuff.
Yeah.
And then make it back to the house to just go chill. Like, I'm not paying for the experience, but I'm paying $60.
Yeah, it's insane. Listen.
For two.
2 days ago. And look, man, you don't even have to leave your house. 2 days ago, right? I bought Mickey D's for me and my son. Right? 2 meals. By the time that shit came in to buy Uber and stuff like that, I spent over $40.
Wow.
2 combos. I spent over $40. And I'm sitting in my house eating that shit.
Did someone say, more? I'll go drive and go get it for you. Pay me the fucking $40. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it is. It is actually. I don't know. The other thing I thought about too, let's say I was thinking about this whole mac and cheese thing. Let's say somebody can cook their ass off, like your wife,
right?
Cook her ass off and stuff like that. Whatever. People always say that line. You know that one line. You should open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
Would you recommend somebody open up a restaurant in today's times? No.
Not
should that even be a sentence anymore out of somebody's mouth?
Not
because a small business owner and stuff now.
Yeah.
They might not even be able to tread. I don't even know if they might even say tread water. Because I look at it stuff as where I read somewhere small business owners are doing more personal labor.
Right.
To not have to pay staff.
Yeah.
To try and keep prices and stuff to at least an ideal level.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a few.
It's a lot.
Right. And the funny thing is, it's just like, I mean, we're arguing about the 2% carbon tax, but it's only being charged because they got to pay carbon tax. You know what I mean? So it's like,
we pay a lot of taxes here.
We pay a lot of taxes.
Environmental fees and everything.
Everything's a tax here.
Yeah.
It's like, Canada's got free healthcare. No, we don't.
Tell them again. You tell them, Smooth.
No, we don't.
You tell them.
But when you think about it, right? It's like, if they're paying this tax regardless if you come to their restaurant to eat or not.
But they're taxing all their Patreons now.
Bro.
So it's kind of like, okay, I got to pay the government 2% as owner.
Yeah.
All of y'all motherfuckers going to pay me 2% by just coming in this place.
And here's the kicker, because the first bill that I seen to do it that was posted online, that 2% carbon tax was actually before the subtotal. Meaning you pay tax on that 2% tax.
Yeah. When you said, I was like, oh, that's heartbreaking.
I was like, we paying tax on tax now? Is this what we're doing? Really?
Is that a future song?
Really?
Tax on tax on tax. This is tax on tax on tax. Yo,
I'm looking at the subtotal line. Even the tips is below the subtotal line. You got carbon tax on top of the subtotal line.
You see, this is what I was telling you and stuff, whatever. Why are we fucking with the politicians? Why do we care? They're finding so many ways to kind of not make you want to even vote.
Yeah.
To even participate.
Yeah.
Because picture you, not you, but let's say, I'm going to besmirch your character like that.
Right.
But let's say somebody voted for Trudeau, right?
Yeah.
And I think Trudeau had his perks and stuff, whatever, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And certain things stuff aligned with my ideology.
Right.
Right? But I look at it stuff as where I didn't vote for Trudeau. But picture there's somebody who did vote for Trudeau.
Yeah. And
all of these other bad things has happened. Like, I have a few coworkers and stuff that look me in my eye, complain about inflation, complain about like everything, the cost of living and stuff is going up. Nothing is cheap and stuff in Toronto, cheaper in Toronto and everything.
Right.
But won't say no when, let's say I'm like, and Trudeau just gave our money to Ukraine. Crickets would chirp.
Crickets, yeah.
And I was like, but you're the same person complaining about everything. That money could have went so far in our economy. Over here.
Yeah.
Crickets, still silent.
Yeah.
Even we're not as bad as the US, throwing up 168 billion. With people starving, their inflation is high as shit. Their inflation last time I checked was 18%.
I just don't.
You could end homelessness in America.
I don't understand not fixing problems at home, but looking to try to fix problems abroad. Like, let me understand that concept. You got people who are busting their ass, building your economy here.
Yeah.
And that economy that they're building here, you're taking portions of that. And then you're sending it elsewhere.
I got it. What if, let's say I'm set politician, right?
Yeah.
We'll say Justin Marveau.
Justin Marveau.
I'm Justin Marveau,
Okay.
doing my ones and twos and stuff, whatever. I'm funding this place, building this place and stuff, whatever, helping this place across the way, because I know I have a limited time to sit in the office here or even be here by choice.
Yes.
I'm looking for later plans, ladder plans and stuff, whatever.
All of them. Yeah, all of them.
So why not?
All of them.
Right? So but I look at stuff as where if we see them, can we extradite them back? Like, to beat them? Like, I don't know.
But this goes back to what we spoke about yesterday, right? We gave them the power. And now they're controlling us, right? It's like,
if you give it the power,
us as people,
does it control you?
Us as people we should never stand for that. We should be able to look, again, if we're looking at it from a religious standpoint, look at our fellow people who are right near to us, the people we can touch physically, and try to help them before we try to help anybody else.
Facts. What a wonderful world. I'm gonna behave.
I'm gonna behave. I'm not,
I
mean, there's certain people, I'm not saying who, they come here, they get refugee status, they get paid, they get a place to stay, and then they complain about the cost of living and then leave.
That was crazy. When I heard that was going on and stuff, I was like, it was an uprising within the Ukrainian community within here, because they were saying like, I thought you guys were having it rough, like Putin coming in to invade. They're like, you guys don't have it that good here.
We'll take our chances. We'll take our chances with Putin.
That is crazy. Man, let's get to the question of the week. Question of the week says, when someone tells you that they like you, how do you react?
I give them my little blush in the face. Stop it.
All right. Smooth.
Hey, what up?
Hey, got something to tell you.
What's up?
I really like you.
Me? Since when?
You threw me out of character. Since now. You threw me out of character. That's your fake ass song. That was D-list acting there. That was D-list acting there. Yo.
I'm an E-lister. So I stepped up.
You're ready to leave the podcast on behind you and start your Hallmark movies.
But I'll thank them and I'll be like, honestly, I don't know what to say. And I'll ask them like that. Like,
so what would
like
you?
Was like a recent thing? Like, because
what do you say to them?
First of all, I thank them. I think that that you might find something in me.
No, so no Ariana Grande. Thank you. Next, none of that. You're straight.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, thank you that that there's something. First of all, there's something that in me that you find it either attractive or that you like or that you jive with.
Right.
I'm married. Hopefully, the same things that you see in me, that's what my wife sees in me too. That's why we're married.
Would you go home and tell your wife?
I go. Oh yeah. Funny thing. So my wife, she went to the One Sisters Speak. Shout out to Wayne Morgan. He put on the One Brothers Speak and he put on the One Sisters Speak. She went out and he said, some dude tried to step to her, right? And so we were joking about it. We were in the washroom laughing, joking about it. So then I told her about my...
That might be a place to pick up women.
I'm pretty sure a lot of men went there to try to pick up women.
I thought you would have went there with like your babuski.
With your babuski?
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of single men went there too, trying to find a babuski. Yeah, trying to find someone.
Her words were inspirational. Hi, I'm Chad.
But while we're in the washroom, kikiing, giggling it up about it, I mentioned the fact that I got hit on at the funeral, at a funeral. So she's like, at a funeral? Yeah. She goes, that's desperate. I go, why you gotta say it like that for? Hey, someone hit on me, okay? Doesn't matter where it was. I had to show my wedding ring and say I was taken. Thank you. I felt flattered, no matter where it was.
We're going there now. Where's the weirdest place besides a funeral have you got a woman try to hit on you? Or you realize that like some kind of flirtatious acts were happening?
At a friend of mine's birthday party, I went there with the friend, right? Because like it was me and two of them, right? So I drove them there, and I don't know if the person thought that it was more than just friends, because it was really just friends, right? But she's at the other table and she's sitting with two dudes and she's looking over and she's just giving me those, the wide smile and this, that, and the third. And I'm like,
you look left, you look right.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you smiling with me so hard like that for? And I realized, like, okay, maybe she's trying to signal that she finds me interesting.
Right.
And I was like, okay, nah, I'm taken. You know what I mean? It's so far because I'm so far out of it. Like a lot of these times, I become clueless to some of these things.
But
you know what I mean? I become clueless.
That which is, I want to say, my sister told me men are so oblivious.
Right.
Right. And we are so freaking oblivious and stuff at times. But then again, there's some women that, no, they're not even like hieroglyphics. You can't decipher this shit, whatever. It's some different type of stuff.
No.
One woman looked at me one time and stuff, and remember, but even I told you the other day, we glanced at each other in the subway and shit, why you didn't shoot your shot? I was giving you the, like, no. Chico Bean the other day, he was on a Breakfast Club, and then Jess Hilarious. She's like, oh, she was kind of digging this vibe, but he's like, no, you got a whole man and stuff for her. She's like, nigga, are you trying to get this pussy or not? Right? But I was like, yeah, but I wouldn't even take it that serious either.
Yeah,
because like for me, I work. Well, you've heard me on the phone and stuff at work and everything like that.
Yeah,
you hear how some of the women speak to me and stuff.
Right.
Hi, ladies. But
and so, and I'm just putting it out there. Sometimes the personality can get you in trouble as well.
My personality?
Yeah, but both our personalities.
Oh, yeah. But see, and my thing is most of them is just a regular kind of calm
right.
vibe.
That's it.
This is how I talk.
That's it.
The podcast, this is me, who I am. This is how I speak freely and all the above. So if I don't know you, you might get a code switch type of mark, whatever, right?
Right.
Especially if you're a different kind of ilk.
Yeah, elk is different.
Yeah, if your elk is different, whatever, then yeah. But then I look at stuff, I try to maintain a professional, level, especially at work.
Of course.
And all the above. So sometimes if I hear like, oh, you smell good or you look super nice and everything like that, I'm just taking it as a little light thank you.
Right.
But in their world, they'd be like, hello, buddy. I'm trying to throw you some vagina.
Hello. Hi.
Like, how the hell am I supposed to know that? How, Sway?
Like I said, the lady at the funeral, she was very much direct. She came over to the table and she, hi, and then she spot the ring. Oh, you're married. And then walked off. And I was like, okay, maybe she came over here on a purpose. And I kind of know what that purpose was. But other times than that, nah.
What did my English friends say? If she's over 30, she's flirty. So, and I heard from a woman and stuff, whatever. She's like, grown ass women don't have no time to make men friends.
No,
so
they don't.
That shark fin is out the water.
Yeah.
You know what the purpose is.
Yeah.
But I think for me, my thing is just the convo. Now, if you're direct and like blunt and I can see and I can understand it,
right,
I'll push it away.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, here's my thing. For me, like on the question now, somebody said to me and stuff before that they liked me, right?
Okay.
Like I want to say recently that I knew. And when they said that and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I just thought it was like, because the conversation was kind of like,
it was almost like casually thrown in there. It was like,
yeah. So it's kind of like we were talking about something. We were conversing about something and stuff, whatever. Like, I'm like, yeah, I don't got time for that. That's what I said. And then it's like, I'm real. Like I just say what it is. Some things sometimes I might say.
She gave you the pitch.
Is that what it is?
She gave you the pitch.
Is that what it is?
That's what it was.
How do you know this? Teach me your ways, master.
Like I said, I'm approaching 50. I got at least almost a decade on you.
If you're approaching 50, then you must be gifty.
Follow.
I gotta understand. Like, I missed the whole thing because she's like, yeah, I'm real and stuff. Like,
she's
like
selling herself.
I'm real. I'm just, like, sometimes can't be bothered with people. I was just home by myself, just trying to catch a vibe and everything. I was like, yeah, are we all? Like, let's go home, mind your business, right?
Do this.
Well, you said the pitch now. My dumb ass is looking like, oh shit.
That's the pitch. That's the pitch. Shit. She giving you all the qualities. She's showing you all the qualities, right? You didn't ask for none of that.
Yeah,
you didn't ask for none of that. She's giving you all of the qualities.
But even if I'll mention the stuff, like I know for a fact that I'll mention in between times, depending who I'm talking to.
Right.
If like pertaining to a concept or situation. Let's say if I'm dating, I'll tell somebody and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm dating somebody. Then now I'm having a conversation with you about something and stuff that the date and we've discussed.
Right.
I'd be like, smooth. Well, I was on a date the other day with a woman and she said da-da-da.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think a conversation kind of been like that and stuff, whatever as well.
Okay.
So said person is privy
to what's
that
going
like
on.
Marvin, you know what I'm saying? Like Marvin might be captured. Marvin might be dating.
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
I let it rock because I let it mystique, Shout out to J. Cole. So I just let it rock.
Yeah.
So now when you're saying this, I was like, oh shit. She's trying to throw me some El Nana?
Let me hit him with all the qualities that I possess.
Happy International Women's Month.
Happy International Women's Month.
When somebody tells me that they like me,
right?
Honestly, I think it's just more of a situation where I'm looking like this. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of dumbfounded.
Yeah,
sometimes because I don't feel like it's not even downplaying myself, but I look at it stuff as if I want you to know me,
right?
It's for brains and conversation, more so than look,
right?
So if I feel like somebody knows me to a level and they say they like me, it's beyond the superficial what you see. Right. So I'm looking like, oh shit, I'm kind of curious, like what part of me do you like?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you like? I like your humor, your wit. I'm like, okay. So he's like, I like your smooth skin. I was like, He just wants me for my body.
Poppycock.
Poppycock. I'm just not a piece of meat, you know. My eyes are up here, underneath the shades.
Underneath the shades. Oh, mine is gray track pads.
Flat like a Ken doll. Yeah, man. But I think I do say thank you. And I think it depends where I am and stuff. I think within my world. Because I look at it, if I'm single, sure. If I'm with somebody, if I'm spoken for.
Right.
Can't pop off. If I'm married. If I'm focused or I have other things and stuff that might be more pressing.
Right.
That I need to focus on and stuff, whatever. I'll still put the disclaimer out there. But I'm like, if you want to play, can't say a brother didn't warn you and stuff for that, because this kind of already sets a precedent.
Right.
But I mean, I take the compliment. I'm not used to that. I'm starting to get more used to it the older I get.
Yeah.
Because I realize and stuff now, like after like when I was at my mid-30s,
right,
women approach me a lot more than before. Like when I was younger, it would have to be me approaching women.
Yeah.
And now it's more women approaching me, or women get more bold, or it's just like they just know what they want.
Right.
And they want chocolate. But, you know?
This guy.
Onward! Talk about it.
Yeah.
Your final thought?
My final thought is no. Like as we approach this age, and women are looking for more qualities than just the appearance. You know what I mean? In our younger ages, it's like, oh, they want tall, dark, and handsome. But you know, they dated a few tall, dark, and handsome, and realized they ain't shit.
True.
So now when they start to speak to somebody who has qualities that's admirable, you know what I mean? They're more, you know, inclined to shoot their shot at that person.
Yeah. Well said. Let's get to the Ask the Sons, man.
Ask the Sons.
First Ask the Sons comes from Breath of Fire.
Okay, I hope that's not dragon breath we're talking about, but carry on.
Might need some Listerine. What is an obvious sign a couple won't last long? I think if they don't speak to each other with kind words, kind of uplifting words.
Yeah.
But like the opposite, especially if they do it in public.
Right, yeah.
But it's not all the time, because I look at the stuff as where I know somebody, not personally, but more so my aunt knows the person. I know of the lady.
Yeah.
And she's been in an abusive relationship and stuff, whatever, since I was little. And she's still married to the guy to this day.
Okay.
Right? So I look at it stuff as like, they lasted longer than I expected.
Than most, yeah.
I was, fuck. If anything, I was probably, not even 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah, probably, if not like 10 years old.
Yeah.
When I heard they were together, and they're still together to this day.
To this day.
So I don't know if he might still have the tenacity to, you know, be that kind of husband.
Right.
Never approve, but she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So that's for me. What about you?
I want to say when they start to find like the least little thing becomes irritable to them. You know what I mean? It's like before it used to be cute. It used to be all useful to, but now it's like the least little thing it just irritates them. It's like, yeah, nah, it's those are signs that tell you.
I had a chick who's giving me my walking papers. That's why I laughed. Yo. So I always would like sit and lean like this and stuff at times, just from the chair like this.
Right.
But because I know I'm podcasting, I want to line up with the mic, right?
Right.
So I was sitting in the chair and stuff like this, and I remember the woman specifically and stuff, whatever. She's like, I guess I have a look. So she said, like, I look like I'm pondering about some things. And if I look at her, like, say if I'm like, I'm thinking about some shit, then I look at her, she's like, it's like, I want to rip her clothes off. Right? So I was like, oh shit, that's dope. I'm like, cool. Same Marv.
Same Marv.
Don't change.
Don't change.
Like, I think like weeks later and stuff, whatever. I think she had enough of my shit.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna work out. So maybe I should give myself the walking papers. Here's my 2 weeks notice. No, you're just staring at me. But you said to look wet your panties before.
Right. Now it's irritable. Like I said, when those least little small things start to irritate you, you know.
Case and friggin' point. Say less. See, when you're close to 50, you become gifty, man.
You become gifty.
I can't wait.
50 and gifty.
50 and gifty. SnowTime says, do you believe in the right person the wrong time? And why?
No. I believe in the right person at the right time. And if the time is right, you make the person right. I don't feel like
Same.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because of timing. I'm like, no, if we meet each other at the right time and we're in a relationship, then everything is good. If I'm already in a relationship with somebody, I'm not looking at anybody else who comes to me as a better option. Because I don't know if you're a better option.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
they always
you
say,
could take the risk.
You could take the risk, but they say all that glitters is not gold, right?
Right.
And it's like, no, I put the time in to make this right. Mm-hmm. I think that's the key. You put the time in to make things right, as opposed to thinking that's right and then trying to spend the time to figure it out.
I agree with you. Same. I would say the same, because I look at it as where, for me, I think whether we like it or not, we really have to be honest and stuff with ourselves. And I was honest with myself and several relationships that didn't work out, and that's like friendship included.
Right.
Is that we were probably together for a situation.
Right.
And we put the work in to kind of keep it together and stuff like that, whatever. But we're allowed to grow and we're allowed to change.
Right.
And I think when you become self-aware of this, you can kind of say, like, you know what? This is as far as we can go. Let's try and split amicably that, you know, like to say, like, you know what? This ain't serving us.
Right. Right.
But I think we probably might be better off as like friends, because the world works on not what you know is who you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep it cordial and agree and stuff, whatever. Now, one person might like, I don't want this to end and everything like that, whatever, right? This is where you sit the person down and have like a real live discussion.
Yeah.
And if the person still can't see it like that, whatever, then you pay taxes for a reason. Put a restraining order in, or this person might need to see therapy.
Right.
I look at it like a certain situation. Like I looked at several relationships and stuff, whatever, and I was like, this person might be the one.
Right.
The right one.
Right.
Right? But I'm like, maybe where I am now, I might not be that person for them. Or maybe where they're at now, they might not be the person for me. And I was like, put in work.
Yeah.
Because if you even start to even putting in the work, your relationship with that person will be stronger and last longer.
Right.
You can have an associate that you just see as a high and bypassing thing, like person, say a guy you see somewhere, like, hey, yo, I booked you last time at whatever event.
Right, yeah.
And then you introduce yourself, and the next thing I'm like, yo, you see my peoples, you want to go out for drinks? You're already starting to put in work.
Put that work in, right.
To build something.
Yeah.
So if you even get it to that level and stuff to say you're going to be in a relationship, like, or be in a friendship with the person,
yeah,
you've already put in that work.
Right.
It's up to now. Do you still want to continue putting in the work, or do you not?
Right.
Or have you grown to become somebody else? So that's why I agree with you. Last one, last question comes from Limbo King. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Talking like this.
You're still on the high from the B-lister.
Yes. Good old Shamar. You're the reason why I got my superstar shades on. Limbo King says, whose death would have the biggest global impact now?
Biggest global impact now.
biggest global impact. Michael Jackson had a sonic boom when he died.
He was a boom. He was a boom.
I got somebody.
Who you got?
Do you have somebody?
I got somebody.
You want to say it at the same time? Because I think you might steal mine.
Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Putin.
Elon Musk.
Oh. What? I like that. I like this. I like what just happened there.
You like that?
Why Elon? And I'll tell you why Putin.
Elon, because I think a lot of things that's going forward in the future, he's immersely tied up in.
Oh.
And the stuff that he's tied up in, I can't see anybody else at the helm but him.
I agree to that. I think when he made his brother like one of the richest chefs in the world.
Right.
I don't think it's far-fetched and stuff to see some Tesla foods and stuff coming to a grocery store near you.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I said Putin because, again, the war in Ukraine, BRICS.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like, they feel like he's behind a lot of things.
Right.
So I think that if, not saying, but God forbid, if he's to just like, like die or pass and everything, there's going to be so much confluffle with the world.
Yeah.
Because so many things like, people or his soldiers are riding for him.
Right.
So if he's no longer here, would they still ride the ride?
Right.
Right.
I mean, love him or hate him, when they got rid of Gaddafi, that region went to shit.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
Very
it's like
true.
he was a villain to some, but a stabilizer to many in that region.
Mm-hmm.
So you get rid of him like that. That region hasn't been the same since.
No, because Muammar was in Libya, right?
Yeah.
Call him like he's best friend or something.
Muammar. On the
first name basis.
First name basis.
He was in Libya, and then I believe it might have been Liberia. It might have been Liberia or Libya. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, but one of those places and stuff, whatever. Not only when, let's say the Obama administration pulled out the region, slavery started up again. Or something. So it was there, wasn't it? It was. Because I heard slavery kind of started up and they had photos of modern day men going off on some modern ships and everything like that. And there's guys with AKs and stuff and I'm like, I don't recall this one. I don't recall AKs from the slavery times. When I saw the photo and stuff, I'm like, am I high?
Yeah. And not only that, not only the whole the slavery part, but it left that power void, right? So you had all these groups, whether you want to call them terrorists or freedom fighters, all of them are fighting now to control that region. Right? And as the U.S. didn't, do them any less favors with just abandoning their weapons and stuff like that for them to come and take over.
Right.
So that in itself, that one move, it created a lot of problems for that region. So I
Putin,
get it 100% when you say Putin.
Yeah, Putin will cause a lot of uproar, a lot, because I always feel like, again, you got the ride or die supporters, or let's say, for lack of words and wording and stuff, we'll call them the Putinists. Right. And then you had the other people and stuff be like, no, his vision was this way and stuff like that. Now you have dividing factions now.
Right.
Who should be leader, who should kind of take over, know?
Right.
And some people some other ones might be like, no, let's just establish peace now with other nations that we didn't fuck with like that. You're like, no, let's just do the BRICS thing with China and South America.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And South Africa. So that.
Yeah.
For me. No regular celebrity for me. I'm sorry.
No regular degular.
No. When Mike passed, I don't think a celebrity had that much impact and stuff to this day.
No.
Because I felt like the world, they had rolling, when they do New Year's countdowns.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is New Year's in Hong Kong. This is New Year's in Singapore. This is New Year's in Africa. It was kind of like, this is what we're doing about Michael Jackson's death. Michael Jackson's death. I think Paris had the longest moon rock, or UK had the longest moon rock going on.
Yeah.
And you know how on America's side, they went to Neverland at the gates and stuff, whatever. Who kicked the bucket and had a global impact like that since?
The closest might have been the Queen. The closest,
you think?
But I said the closest might have been the Queen, but I don't think she was even close.
I want to say by a long shot.
Yeah.
By a friggin' long shot, whatever. I want to say if Mike was at a 10, the Queen would probably be at a 1 or 2.
Right.
And the reason I say a 1 or a 2 is because it's something you don't see often. So it's kind of like if, we went to Buckingham Palace after the Queen died.
Right.
And this was a moment in time.
Right.
So they're kind of doing it just to say like they were there or they're a part of history.
Right.
But other than that, whatever, like to say, oh my gosh, Elizabeth. Like compared to like, it was Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Some people, like you said, there's impersonations of Michael Jackson going on to this day. And we allow them at every party, every country, and every function.
Bro, I'd be going on vacation and seeing the Michael Jackson impersonators at
the
clubs.
At the resorts.
At the resorts.
Say less, man. We are here. You ready for the So Say the Sons this week?
I'm ready.
So Say the Sons is pretty much simple. So Say the Sun says, don't go to social media with your problems. Go to a therapist. So say the Sons. Man, I think we've gotten to a point where people in the loneliness thing, coming back to the loneliness thing, people really want to really want to be seen. Doesn't matter. Some people you want to be seen by might be your spouse, a loved one, somebody you admire. You want to be seen.
Right.
When people are not seen and they take their problems to social media to be seen is a different kind of world that I can't agree with, because there's some that will do it for please help, sympathy.
Yeah.
And there's others that commit suicide on live.
Yeah.
Or do heinous acts.
Yeah.
On live.
Like you didn't see me before, but now you're gonna see and pay attention to me.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So don't go to social media, go to a therapist, man. So say the Sons.
So says the Sons.
We are here.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna give one little church announcement. Coming on, if you're in the Toronto area, coming Sunday, March 24th, we would like for you to join us, the Sons, artist and barber Color Brown, DJ and radio personality Jonathan Gooseman Shaw, as we sit down and have a roundtable discussion on men's mental health. Right. So the place is Colors Barbershop. That's 1612 Queen Street West. Time is at 5 p.m. And it's
Sunday, March 24th.
Yeah, Sunday, March 24th. And it's even though it's men's health, we're inviting the ladies to come out, because we know you might have a husband, a son, a father, grandfather, uncle, and nephew. And like I always say, the saying, I'm good, for some people it's just the saying, and they're really not good. So let's just try to help each other figure it out. We don't have all the answers, but the discussion is a great place to start.
Yes. Appreciate that, man. Yes, we'll see you guys soon, man. If you attend, come on.
Come on.
Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love. Shout out to Shmar. B-lister.
Hey.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.